everybody. Today's the winter solstice and I sat down, told myself I wanted to make a video for all of us to share an experience together. And I was really thinking about Archangel Michael. So I got in touch with my feelings, and then I put my feelings into words, into intentions, in order to open a doorway to receive, okay, based on those intentions. And so whether we want to receive something from the spirit realm or we want to open the door to receiving new experiences in our human lives, it's so valuable to get in touch with yourself, literally, the way that you feel. Put it into some inspiring words, state those words out loud, and then allow things to come to you, okay? Okay, so I wrote this kind of based on how I feel we might all align with the statement so we can have a collective experience. So when I say this, it's like you're saying this, okay? So we're all saying this together at the same time in order to have a shared collective experience, which makes it powerful. All right, so here we go. This is what I wrote. Archangel Michael, we welcome your unconditional love, your wisdom and guidance into our lives. For this winter solstice, I open the door to receive a special blessing from you, Archangel Michael, a gift we can all rejoice in, and I thank you deeply for your unwavering support in our lives. Do you like it? Is that good? Okay, I'm going to relax and get tuned in, and based on these intentions, let's all receive something special today, okay? All right, I'm going to relax now. Here we go. Okay. I'm in between worlds or the fabric of dimensions. So you could say there's a creative energy in this sphere and there's creative energy in this sphere, and what is in between the two spheres of creative energy? It's almost like contained spaces with collective experiences going on. Now what's in between the fabric of these spaces? That's where I'm at. And it's like a kind of a cloudy space. It's everywhere. And I feel peaceful. And I'm walking into what is the center between two universes, two creative realities, two spheres. I see Archangel Michael is really focusing on something. So he has his back turned to me and he has like a workbench. I don't know, is he building something with tools? Is he got a typewriter? He's typing away? What is he doing? I don't know, because his back is turned to me. But I see a wooden table. I touch him on the right shoulder. And when I do that, he flickers. And I see that inside of him is what I can only describe as sustainability. This is complicated. What is an archangel exactly? What is a soul? Now, what is source and what creates a fabric of reality? Let's just say we have Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron and Archangel Raphael. Let's just say we have 3 archangels, okay? And each archangel's body creates a fabric of our collective human experience, okay? And so the archangel body is a part of our existence, and we exist within it. It exists around us. It is a part of the fabric of everything that we know and don't know, okay? Now, part of Archangel Michael's body in our existence is doing its best to transmute as much of our pain as possible. But I find that this is getting extremely exhausting, okay? Now, you could say, how is that possible? Because archangels don't ever get exhausted. They're infinite beings. Does a universe ever get exhausted? Does a human get exhausted? Is the exhaustion simply an illusion, right? And how many dimensions of reality are there? How many versions of Archangel Michael are there? Is it possible that Archangel Michael could be an archangel, a fabric of our existence, while simultaneously being an incarnate human being, a puppy dog in someone's life? Like, who knows, you know? We're vast. We're extremely vast. So I'm going to pause for a minute. I'm going to watch this. I'll tell you the next thing. So this version of Archangel Michael, the fabric of himself, which is helping to transmute the pain that we're all digesting and working through in the evolution of our human collective, our human consciousness, our existence, okay? And I see it's wearing him down, wearing down this version of Archangel Michael. He himself is showing me this, okay? Which version of Archangel Michael is showing me this? A higher vantage point version, okay? Like a higher self of Archangel Michael. And this higher self of Archangel Michael tells me that you could parallel this to what you're going through, each and every one of us are going through, and how we get worn out when we do our darndest to hold the light in our realities, okay? Hold our light in our lives around people who are struggling or very conflicting life experiences. And we try to represent something that is good in this world, like something that is genuine, Christ consciousness, unconditional love, forgiving, patient, etc. How does that wear you down? You're an infinite being too, right? So as an infinite being, how could you ever be worn out? It's an illusion. However, we experience it as part of our emotional state. And so Archangel Michael is experiencing this too. And his higher self is showing me this. And I see Archangel Michael in this fabric is becoming many, 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 many parts of himself. And these are separate individual soul expressions of Archangel Michael within a one-bodied fabric of a wholeness of Archangel Michael that is being guided by a higher self version of Archangel Michael. Okay, you following me? I tried to go to these parts. I tried to fill them with light, but they aren't wanting this at this time. They are kind of acting like atoms, building blocks that create structures. Who knows what? Trees, human bodies, DNA strands. It could be anything. And I, again, work on touching them, but my hand sort of goes through this scene. And I work my way back so that I'm looking at Archangel Michael again from behind, and there's this workbench. And I don't know what he's doing as he's sitting here at this table. So instead of it just being me, I bring all of us in here. So we're all standing here looking at him. So I'm starting to kind of open the scene up, and now there's more and more and more and more and more and more and more people here. And now I see the scene again where I touch the shoulder of Archangel Michael, but now I see many hands at the same time as my hand touch the shoulder of Archangel Michael. And I see a flash. And his eyes suddenly open from inside of himself, and he says, "You are here." And he feels the light from all of our souls, and our kind hands are reaching out to help him. And he thanks us for being here to help him. He says that each and every one of us is, he shows me like Scout's honor, whether that's a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout. We're part of a league of souls that are here to help. And by being a League of Souls that are here to help, we are actually helping him. We are part of his team. And we all need the support. All of us need the support. Whether you're the leader or, I mean, he shows me an army, and the army has a leader who is this very impressive, influential person that many in the army look up to and value for different reasons. You can have a strong leader and it can be very influential for many people. And that leader is just as vulnerable as everybody else on the team, right? If we're talking about war, everybody else in the army is just as vulnerable as the leader. And each part of that army is going to go through different struggles. The leader's vulnerabilities might feel different than other people in the army's vulnerabilities, but they're all part of one body, all right? Working together as one collective inspiration, right? And so Archangel Michael is just as worthy of our support as we are worthy of his, right? And we're on the same team. We're part of the same body. And we're here to be supported as we are here to support others, as Archangel Michael is here to support us as we support him. And when we do kind acts on this planet, we bring light into his body. We actually bring light into the fabric of his body, which is the fabric of this universe, of this reality for us. So when we are withdrawn or holding ourselves back from being free to be ourselves, then he himself feels that in his own body, okay? And since we're part of a bigger team, which is the human race, he feels all of us. He feels every single person on the planet, okay? And the more of us that choose to be courageous and strong in the goodness of what we are, the harmony, the strength of what we are, our true self, our true nature, the more of us that are giving into that power, personal power, he feels it. He becomes a part of it. He is then a reflection of it. And everybody in the whole world benefits. Everybody in the whole world benefits from this. He's also wanting to talk to me about those who are struggling and how he feels that. And how he has to be strong for them as we have to be also strong for them and ourselves and each other. And he feels that as well. And the higher self of Archangel Michael is wanting us to feel a closer bond with each other's souls. So all of us are sharing in this exchange with each other. And that means there is no separation to the exchange itself. My soul is a part of your soul, is a part of everybody's soul, is a part of Archangel Michael's soul. But as human beings, it's wonderful to allow ourselves in our heart to feel the warm connection with each other. Even people that we don't even know at a great distance. We don't have to know what they look like. We don't have to know their name. We don't have to hear their voice to feel their presence. Because we are actually here for each other. We are all here for each other. And so I am, what's interesting is sort of takes me back to the original scene where it's seeing the two spheres and then the sort of space in between. And then I see many of us with space in between, okay? And then I see the many parts of Archangel Michael like atoms that could create a DNA strand, for instance, with space in between. But we're going to close all the gaps. And what does that mean exactly? And immediately I get this echo hit me about how we, as human beings, we feel a sense of separation. And not because we want to. It's you know what I mean. We all want to feel a closer connection with heaven, with angels, with our guides, with our higher self, with our divine truth, with our path, with our purpose. We all want to feel a oneness with that. By experiencing a oneness with that, then there's really nothing else to do, because we don't have anything to question, right? We don't have anything to wonder about. We have a sense of wholeness, is completion. It's a sense of complete and utter balance with everything in the universe and with ourselves. But since we don't have that, since we have the gift of I don't know, and the gift of questions, now we have the gift of separation. So what is it then to close the gaps? What does that mean exactly? And would we be able to truly become one with that in this life? The answer is yes. We already are one with that. And that comes back to the illusion of separation, because there isn't any. But yet we still feel it. And because we feel it, we subconsciously build walls, because our comfort zone is separation, because we've come to experience it in ways that I don't want to explain this. I found in life that there is sort of an instinctive behavior that can become built upon factors of reality that you don't even really realize are there. So if we are born into a reality where we can feel pain and we can wonder why, and we can feel alone, we're born into a reality where we're automatically given the gift of experiencing separation from peace, from life without pain, from complete and utter freedom, whatever that is, right? It is all just a state of mind as well. And we're all free, right? So what are we imprisoned by? Ourselves? What does that even mean? So somehow in all of this, we have this non-defined experience called separation that we can even amplify without realizing that we're doing it. We all want to feel complete connection with all, with Source, with God, with the goodness, with the unconditional love, that we don't even realize we're building walls as our comfort zone. And we would never even think they were there. And so it's through life that we are introduced to what we didn't see. We open our third eye as we get older and become more clever, more wise, more perceptive. And life is this process, All right, I want to close the gaps to give us the sensation as though there is no separation from the love, and that we aren't anything more than the light and the love that we chose to be for each other in this life, It's like, here I am making this video, you could be watching this video, but you are a part of my life, I'm a part of your life, you're a part of my life. And we're a part of this life together. It's a really big deal. It's really special, This is important. Archangel Michael's higher self is showing me that even archangels are reborn in their lifetimes. And that Archangel Michael is showing me is going through his own rebirth experience. And so in order to do that, he must too feel pain, okay? He must too endure an experience. And from that experience, he grows, just like we do. And because he's a part of the fabric of our reality, he too endures the pains, just like we do. And that's why he is here with us, to help guide us through these pains that he too understands deeply. And I see other sides of Archangel Michael that It's almost like it's his higher self that understands when the parts of him need rest, and parts of him need challenge, and parts of him are in their prime or in their strongest points. And he diversifies the energies, so they're always getting a mix of their greatest needs in their own growth process. And I see this strong part of Archangel Michael is with each and every one of us every single day of our lives, and is constantly rooting for us, an incredible cheerleader, your best friend, always there for you to remind you how valued and how appreciated you are as the way you are. You wouldn't be my best friend if you weren't exactly who you are. And we're all Archangel Michael's best friend, and he understands what we're struggling with. And because of that, he can really help us and guide us in our life. And now parts of him, though, carry the brunt of a certain kind of weight, that his special soul is extremely good with that weight. For some reason, it does take a toll on him. I experience it taking a toll on him, breaking him down in order to become reborn. But it's like Atlas, holding the planet. Archangel Michael has a part of himself that carries the weight of the planet, and he is strong enough to do that. But as he does that, he is broken down and reborn into a stronger version of himself, okay? And so I'm seeing him now diversifying into what is like the collective human race. Like he is literally going through our lives right alongside us as part of our own soul. He is within us. He is within our hearts. He is a part of our own divine spark. And that's where his higher self comes in and reminds us that we couldn't be closer to Archangel Michael because he is a part of us. We are part of him, which means each and every one of us represent him. Each and every one of us represent him. And we can be an Archangel Michael for each other too. And when we struggle to know how to be the Archangel Michael for ourselves, we welcome the internal wisdom of his spirit, of his spark, to help us. And that's because some part of us is shedding its own skin and working on growing. And in those times we can feel vulnerable and we need the extra support, His higher self is really wanting us to remember when we look into each other's eyes, we are looking into a very sacred and divine light. And that if we were to slow down enough to value each soul, no matter their human behavior, and to look into their eyes and give them that right to be loved. It's like if you took the body away, just looked into the eyes of people in your life and said, wow, I got to see your divine light today. Doesn't matter what their personality is like, because their soul shines brightly from within. And then you can be touched by that. You can see Archangel Michael in everybody's eyes there as a part of your life. And it's funny because when I say that, I see the Archangel Michael within, knowing how to support himself and some other body through you. it's like how, oh my gosh, it's just such a, there's so many overlapping layers and such an infinite universe when you start to allow yourself to give in to that reality. What is that saying? So let's say you have your personality, okay? And then you have your soulmate, could be a friend, family member, significant other, pet, who knows, right? You have a soulmate, okay? And so you look into the eyes of the soulmate to see Archangel Michael, to see yourself, to see their divine light. And now when you look into their eyes, you become the gift that they need in their life. You are the perfect medicine for them. Now, whether you like them or not, they are the perfect medicine for you, which is the mystery, right? Why is that person the perfect medicine for me? Because they are. But now, how many layers are within your soul? All souls are there. All the light is there. All the light is there with each and every step of your day. No matter what you're going through, you could never ever say that you are alone. And even watching this video, we are collectively aligning with the words that I spoke. We're all saying the same thing. And now we're all exploring it together with Archangel Michael to learn some things. And this is really it's almost like shed some layers and be in awe of creation and be in awe of the gift of our life and be in awe of the gift of each other and see Archangel Michael in a new way as walking amongst us. And he couldn't be closer, you know? All right, let's see if his higher self has anything else to say. Okay, gives me an idea. So Archangel Michael is in one of your soulmates, okay? And let's say there is a part of Archangel Michael that is struggling inside of one of your soulmates. What are you going to do to help that soulmate and help that version of Archangel Michael? Are you going to put them down and roll your eyes or say, I cannot take it anymore, get out of my life, I hate this part of Archangel Michael and I hate this part of my soulmate and I hate these people? Are you going to do that? Or are you going to conjure up the strength from within you, conjure up the strength of Archangel Michael within you, conjure up all the amazing consciousness in the universe that you adore and say, help me to help my soulmate. Help me to be strong enough to do that. Help me to put my anger on the side. Help me to care. Help me to understand why caring is so important. Help me to continue to put light into those who are struggling with their perception of things and now developing strange behaviors that hurt others. We have to keep sending light into these people as Archangel Michael keeps sending light into us, as we then can send light into him. It's an infinite domino effect, you know? All right. See if there's anything else. I'm taken back to where I saw the cloudy energy in between the spheres. It's not about Archangel Michael sitting with his back turned to me. I'm just standing here. And I find that creation is really interesting. And the strange places you can find yourself in creation can be a gift. And to open and expand our minds to the possibilities of things that we never thought about it quite like that, and how powerful these sort of outside the box ideas or ways of perceiving things help us grow as a collective. If we all keep doing the same thing, then we aren't going to learn anything new. Now, when you're one of those weird, different people, that groups of people who want to be the same, you're now interacting with them and they're rolling their eyes and being grossed out because you're different. You remember that it's those people who are different and that stand out are the ones that change the world. It's the ones that want to fit in are the ones that lose themselves and lose their identity and become like what exactly? An idea that is comforting or safe. And the power of Archangel Michael is telling you to not conform to the ideas that are comforting or safe, but to challenge yourself to stand your own ground. To stand your own ground takes courage. And he says, I believe in you. And I'm sort of shown this sort of arms kind of opening up, and I'm shown all the possibilities. And I'm shown the power of you embracing who you are, me embracing who I am, is the power that enables us all to be beautiful for being different as the greatest gift to the whole world. And that's where he's saying, I can be Archangel Michael, and you can be you, and you can be you, and you can be you. And we can be individuals, and we can be a part of each other, and we can value each other for our unique gifts. We can support each other, and we can be empathic and understanding, being able to step into the shoes of what others are going through. Then this is the gift of being human, the gift of separation, being an individual, and the gift of oneness at the same time. If you allow yourself to experience it in this way, you can have both. While you are here, you can have both. And he's getting like super, super like bright and happy and excited. Like he's really happy when his voice can make an impact, when the spirit of who he is can reach people, but not just reach people, actually reach people in a way where they're impacted and it changes their life in a way that is empowering. So he loves it when he can empower people to be self-empowered people, not where they're leaning on him to do the work, but they say, oh, I get it now, Archangel Michael. Now I can be this for me, and I'm going to show you that I can be this for me because you taught me that. And by doing that, I'm doing that for you in honor of what you taught me, that I can be strong in who I am, and I'm going to show you that you can be proud of me. And thank you for teaching me that, and look at me go. He really gets excited over that. But he's here to help us at any level overcome any insecurity and shed any facades in order to become truly our unique and individual self. But then he has this smile and this sort of glimmer in his eye, because we get the gift of the individual, and we get the gift of each other, and we get the gift of oneness. So as you are the individual discovering more of the individual you are a part of everybody and everyone, everything. And that is special. He's just clapping, and he kind of bows and thanks us all for this. And he's just like beaming, like boo, 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 boo. He feels just like so bright. And everything that I've been shown here is part of the message that is building and building and building into this gift. And I hope you guys enjoyed the gift that Archangel Michael wanted to share with all of us. I hope you find it transforming, empowering, impactful. I hope you have a marvelous rest of your winter solstice special day, right? Happy holiday, happy new year, all this stuff going on right now. All right. Happy everything, and have a great day. Have a happy day. Happy, happy, happy. So many happy things this time of year. All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.